Did you know that living alone after 70 could be silently taking years off your life? It's shocking but true. Recent research reveals that seniors who live alone face an 8-year reduction in lifespan compared to their socially connected peers. That's nearly a decade of your life potentially gone without you even realizing the danger. But here's the good news. There's a simple daily habit that can completely reverse this effect, potentially adding those 8 years back to your life expectancy. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to share exactly what it is and how to start doing it today. Let me tell you about Martha, a 73-year-old widow from Colorado. After her husband Edward passed away, Martha found herself living alone for the first time in over 45 years. At first, she embraced her independence, keeping her home tidy, managing her own affairs, and enjoying the quiet. But gradually, something started to change. Her energy levels dropped dramatically. She caught every cold that went around. Her doctor became increasingly concerned about her rapidly deteriorating health markers, rising blood pressure, increasing inflammation, and weakening immune response. "It's like you're aging at double speed," he told her, visibly worried. Martha couldn't understand it. She was eating well, taking her medications, and even walking daily. What was happening to her body? Then she discovered the daily habit I'm about to share with you. Within just 3 weeks, her energy returned. Her blood pressure stabilized. Her doctor was astonished at the transformation. "Whatever you're doing," he said, "keep doing it. You've added years back to your life." Today, I'll reveal exactly what Martha did and how you can do it too, starting immediately. Let's get right into the 6 critical ways living alone secretly damages your health after 70, and the one daily habit that counteracts all of them. Number 1, the dangers of social isolation. Are you aware that living alone creates a silent killer in your body that few seniors ever recognize? The truth is, human beings were never meant to live in isolation. And when we do, particularly after 70, our bodies begin to shut down in ways most doctors never discuss with their patients. Harvard Medical School researchers have published alarming findings showing that social isolation increases mortality risk by a staggering 50%, making it more dangerous than obesity and as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes daily. Dr. Emma Richardson, lead researcher on the study, explains, "When older adults live alone, their bodies experience chronic stress that silently damages vital organs. We're seeing accelerated aging at the cellular level, essentially speeding up the body's decline." Consider William, a 76-year-old retired engineer from Wisconsin. After his wife passed, William prided himself on his independence. "I don't need anyone's help," he'd tell his children when they offered to visit more often. What William didn't realize was that his proud solitude was triggering dangerous physiological changes. His inflammatory markers skyrocketed, his immune system weakened, and within just 2 years, he developed cardiovascular problems that his doctor couldn't explain through diet or exercise alone. Here's what you need to do immediately. Create genuine, meaningful social contact every single day, not just superficial interactions. The key distinction research shows is between transactional encounters, like briefly chatting with a cashier, and connected interactions where actual emotional exchange occurs. Start by identifying just one person you can have a real conversation with daily, whether by phone, video call, or in person. This isn't about small talk. It's about genuine connection where you share actual thoughts and feelings. Even 15 minutes of this type of interaction daily can begin reversing the damaging effects of isolation. Who could you call today? Is there a friend, family member, or neighbor you could reach out to right now? Your life literally depends on making this call. Number 2, the conversation deficit that accelerates brain aging. Did you know your brain physically shrinks when you don't engage in regular conversation? This shocking reality is something few seniors living alone ever discover until it's too late. When you live by yourself, you might go days with minimal verbal exchange, a dangerous state that directly accelerates cognitive decline. Neuroscientists at UCLA have documented this alarming phenomenon using advanced brain imaging. Their research shows that regular verbal interaction stimulates crucial regions of the brain that otherwise begin to atrophy. Dr. Andrew Stevens, neurologist and lead researcher, states, "We've observed that seniors who live alone and don't engage in daily conversation experience 3 times faster decline in memory centers of the brain. The verbal processing regions literally begin to shut down from disuse." Take Dorothy, a 75-year-old former librarian from Oregon. Always naturally quiet, she embraced the silence of living alone after her husband died. She spoke to her daughter once a week by phone, but otherwise went days without meaningful conversation. Within 18 months, her family noticed alarming changes in her mental sharpness. She struggled to find words, forgot recent events, and seemed increasingly confused by simple tasks. Her doctor was concerned about early dementia until her daughter moved in temporarily after breaking her leg. Suddenly, Dorothy was engaging in regular conversation throughout the day. Within just 3 weeks, her word recall improved, her thinking cleared, and her confusion diminished. Her doctor was stunned by the transformation. Here's what you must do today. Implement the 15-minute conversation technique that directly stimulates the language and memory centers of your brain. Set a timer and engage in a conversation that involves questions, opinions, and shared ideas, not just reporting facts. If you can't have an in-person conversation, use the phone or video calls. The key is ensuring you're not just listening, but actively participating by sharing thoughts, asking questions, and engaging the verbal centers of your brain. Don't wait until you notice memory problems. By then, significant damage may have already occurred. Start this 15-minute habit today, even if it feels awkward at first. Your brain function literally depends on it. Number 3. The invisible nutritional crisis. Have you ever noticed how differently you eat when you're alone? This seemingly innocent change in eating patterns is creating a dangerous nutritional crisis that's ravaging your health without you even realizing it. Studies from the National Institute on Aging have uncovered a disturbing pattern. Seniors who eat alone consume 30% fewer nutrients, 40% less protein, and alarmingly fewer fresh foods than those who share meals with others. Dr. Nancy Weinberg, nutritional gerontologist, explains, when seniors eat alone, they unconsciously shift towards simpler, less nutritious foods. They're less likely to cook complete meals and more likely to graze on convenient, processed options that accelerate the aging process through inflammatory responses. Consider James, a 77-year-old from Texas who had always been health conscious. After his wife died, he stopped cooking full meals. "Why bother for just me?" he thought. Crackers with cheese, canned soup, or a simple sandwich became his standard fare. Within 8 months, his doctor was alarmed by his blood work, showing significant nutritional deficiencies, muscle loss, and increasing inflammation markers. James didn't connect these health changes to his new eating patterns until a nutritionist pointed out the dramatic shift in his diet quality. Here's your immediate solution. Implement the companion nutrition system that transforms not just what you eat, but how you eat it. First, schedule at least one shared meal weekly where you eat with others, at a community center, with family, or through meal-sharing programs for seniors. Second, prepare proper meals at home using this simple trick. Cook as though someone else will be joining you. Set the table completely, serve a proper portion on a nice plate, and sit down to eat without distractions. Studies show this simple psychological shift improves food choices and increases nutrient intake even when eating alone. Start this practice with your very next meal. Don't wait for your health to deteriorate further. The quality of your nutrition directly determines how many healthy years you have left. Number 4, the hidden cardiovascular risk. Did you know your heart physically changes when you live alone? This startling medical reality is something cardiologists are only beginning to understand, and it might explain why heart problems often accelerate dramatically in seniors living by themselves. Cardiologists at the Cleveland Clinic have documented how living alone triggers a dangerous stress response that directly damages your cardiovascular system. Their research shows that isolation increases inflammation markers and stress hormones that assault heart tissues. Dr. Michael Levine, cardiologist specializing in geriatric heart health, warns, "We're seeing a clear pattern of accelerated arterial stiffening and increased blood pressure variability in seniors who live alone. These changes can lead to heart failure, arrhythmias, and increased stroke risk that wouldn't occur nearly as quickly in a socially connected person of the same age." Patricia, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Florida, experienced this firsthand. Fiercely independent after her husband's passing, she lived alone and rarely asked for help. During a routine checkup, her doctor was alarmed by her significantly elevated blood pressure and concerning heart rhythm changes, despite her healthy weight and regular exercise routine. When questioned about her lifestyle, the only major change was living alone for the past year. Her doctor recommended a daily practice I'll share with you in a moment. Within just 4 weeks, her blood pressure dropped 15 points and her heart rhythm stabilized. The transformation was so dramatic, her doctor documented it as a case study. Here's what you need to start immediately. Implement the 7-minute heart-strengthening ritual that counteracts the cardiovascular damage of living alone. Each morning, spend 5 minutes in guided meditation focused on connection. Free audios are available online, specifically designed for seniors, followed by 2 minutes of deep breathing while holding your hand over your heart. This simple practice has been shown to reduce the stress hormones cortisol and adrenaline that damage heart tissue while increasing heart protective compounds. It sounds too simple to work, but cardiac research confirms this ritual creates measurable improvements in heart function within weeks. Don't dismiss this critical protection. Your heart literally can't afford to wait. Number 5. The dangerous safety gap. Have you considered what would happen if you fell or became ill suddenly while alone? This scenario keeps doctors up at night, yet most seniors never address this critical vulnerability until it's too late. Emergency response statistics reveal a frightening reality. The golden hour, the critical 60 minutes following a medical emergency, often passes completely for seniors living alone before help arrives. Dr. Thomas Wilson, emergency medicine specialist, explains, when someone lives alone, especially after 70, their chance of dying from an otherwise survivable emergency increases by 80%. It's not the condition that becomes fatal, it's the delay in treatment that could have been avoided with proper safety measures. Robert, a healthy 74-year-old from Michigan, never thought he needed emergency precautions. He was active, careful, and had never fallen before. Then one evening, he tripped over an area rug, fractured his hip, and found himself unable to reach the phone. He lay on the floor for 17 hours before his daughter, concerned when he missed their daily call, came to check on him. By then, dehydration and the stress of the ordeal had triggered dangerous complications. His doctor later told him that the extended time without treatment caused complications that would affect his health for years to come. If help had arrived within that first hour, his doctor explained, your recovery would have been completely different. Here's what you must implement today. Create a daily safety net practice that ensures you're never truly alone in an emergency. First, establish a daily check-in system with at least 2 different people who will take action if they don't hear from you. Set specific times when you'll contact each other with clear instructions on what to do if you don't respond. Second, investigate modern emergency response systems that go beyond the outdated help button approach. Today's options include motion sensors, automatic fall detection, and GPS-enabled devices that work everywhere, not just in your home. Don't put this off until tomorrow. The most dangerous aspect of emergency planning is believing you'll have time to set it up later. Take action on this today, before you face a situation where minutes matter. Number 6, the purposeful presence solution. Now I'm going to reveal the transformative daily habit that addresses all 5 previous risks, the exact practice Martha from our introduction discovered that reversed her accelerated aging and added years back to her life expectancy. Longevity researchers from the University of California have identified what they call purposeful presence as the single most effective daily habit for seniors living alone. Their groundbreaking 15-year study followed over 1,000 seniors and found that those who practiced this specific form of connection lived an average of 8.2 years longer than those who didn't, effectively cancelling out the lifespan reduction that typically comes with living alone. Dr. Elizabeth Chen, lead researcher, explains, "What we discovered wasn't just about having social contact, it was about the specific quality of that contact." Seniors who created what we call purposeful presence experiences triggered a cascade of positive biological responses that literally reversed markers of accelerated aging. Here's exactly how to implement this life-extending habit starting today. The purposeful presence practice requires 3 specific elements that must all be present. First, schedule 30 minutes daily for meaningful connection with another person or group where you engage in activities that serve a purpose beyond just socializing. This could be volunteering, teaching a skill, participating in a community project, or helping family members. The key is that you're not just present, but contributing something of yourself. Second, ensure this interaction involves physical presence when possible. Touch, shared space, and face-to-face connection activate neural pathways that phone calls or texts simply cannot. If in-person isn't possible daily, alternate between in-person and virtual connections, but prioritize physical presence at least 3 times weekly. Third, and most importantly, approach each interaction with conscious intention. Before your daily purposeful connection, take 30 seconds to set an intention for the experience. This might sound mystical, but research shows that consciously deciding to be fully present and engaged triggers neurochemical responses that dramatically amplify the health benefits. Martha implemented this exact 3-part practice through a local senior center where she began helping with a children's reading program 3 mornings each week. On other days, she connected with friends or family, but always with a purpose beyond just chatting, helping with a project, sharing a skill, or working together on something meaningful. Before each interaction, she took a moment to set her intention to be fully present. The results were nothing short of extraordinary. Her doctor documented improvements across every biomarker they measured. You might be wondering if this seems too simple to create such profound changes. But that's precisely what makes this discovery so revolutionary. It doesn't require expensive treatments, complicated regimens, or massive life upheavals. It simply requires redirecting time you already have toward connection that serves a purpose greater than yourself. And the best part, you can start immediately. Now you understand the 6 dangerous ways living alone accelerates aging after 70, and the 1 daily habit that can reverse all of them. From the silent inflammation triggered by social isolation to the brain changes caused by conversation deficit, from the nutritional crisis of solo dining to the cardiovascular risks of living alone, from the safety vulnerabilities to the lack of purposeful connection, all of these risks can be neutralized through the daily purposeful presence practice. This simple habit might just be the difference between adding 8 more vibrant, healthy years to your life or losing them without ever understanding why. The power to transform your health and longevity lies in the choices you make starting today. Will you continue living in isolation, allowing these silent dangers to chip away at your health? Or will you implement the purposeful presence practice and reclaim those precious years? The choice is yours, but the time to act is now. Not next week or next month. Your body is responding to isolation right now, today. The good news is it will respond just as quickly to the right kind of connection. If you found this information valuable, please hit the like button right now and subscribe to our channel for more life-changing health insights. In the comments below, share which of the 6 dangers of living alone surprised you the most. I read every comment and respond personally. And please, if you know someone over 70 who lives alone, share this video with them immediately. It might literally add years to their life.